downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's the home of the Timberwolves, where we're broadcasting from live today. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Last outing for Minnesota, the loss to the Charlotte Hornets. It's tipped. Here's Thompson. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. Pass to Şengün. They kick it out to Green. Ingram with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Uses the glass to finish the layup. You know, Clark, rivalry games are always fun, aren't they? When it's two teams that don't see each other very often. It only ups the intrigue.
That's what makes cross-conference games like this so special. I mean, there's history between these teams, Kevin, and we only get to relive it a few times a year, so that makes it even more special.
Here's Edwards. And the rejection by Smith.
There you see Smith's length playing to his advantage defensively.
Edwards inside. Launches it. Edwards with another miss.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Here's Ingram. Poked loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked him how they plan on bottling up Jalen Green. Now, he said, we have to try and stay in front of him and protect the rim. Jalen is an explosive athlete and an incredibly crafty finisher around the basket, so keeping him out of the paint won't be easy. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Free throw drops for Green.
Well, Jalen Green is a product of G League Ignite, and clearly showing other folks there's a new path for potential lottery picks to take.
Here's Edwards. Şengün with the rebound.
Putting up a goose egg, bageled this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Yeah, you know, he's slight of build, lanky and long and athletic, but he still finishes through contact, and he's not afraid to go in there and take the hit either.
Outside Edwards. Driving the lane. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Here's Thompson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
Well, he just didn't make the catch. Didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Here's Green. Got a piece of it. Siakam left side. To the inside. And stolen by Şengün. Here's Hood Schifino. And the layup's good off the glass.
Good job by Şengün finding the open man. It's what great centers do.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Timberwolves trail by 6. Outside Edwards. Pass to Hayes. Back to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Really like what Edwards did there. Assertive in the two-man game.
We've got 1:23 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Knox. Here's Hendricks. It's stolen by Edwards. Down low. Here's Siakam. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
A big man who can score, rebound, and pass. This is why Siakam has become a huge piece of this team.
Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Bamba with the block.
Boy, great timing and awareness there from Bamba. He sends shots away on the daily.
Here's Knox. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. There's 31 seconds left here in the first quarter. Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
Nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Hendricks can't get it to go. Siakam outside. The second effort goes up again. And that does it for the first quarter. Up 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And Minnesota has possession. 4-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Here's Hardaway. Bamba with the block. Porter outside. Thompson with the rebound. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. No good from Clark.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Misses the wing 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Porter looking it over. Pass to Hendricks. Now here's Bamba. Here's Knox. It's blocked. Thompson outside. Baseline try. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Pass to Knox. Here's Hendricks. Up top, Porter. Over Clark. From deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 6.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Here's Gay. On the wing, Thompson. No scoring in this one. From downtown, the three-pointer is right on target. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
To stop the run. He's off on that one. Pass to Knox. Here's Hendricks. The kick out to Porter. Good on the three-point shot. Porter's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Group substitution now for Minnesota. Timberwolves trailed by 13. Back to Hayes. Timberwolves passing it around. Edwards cashing in from outside.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Yeah, trying to get it all back in a hurry. And you're right on that, but these threes they're taking have not helped. They're trying to catch fire, and they've yet to find the match.
Pass to Hendricks. Off target from outside. They get a chance to cut the deficit to within 10. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't dream without my teammates, and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. Now here's Edwards. 7 points in the game. Clark outside. Outside Edwards. They grab their own miss. Siakam outside. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Edwards. Second chance effort. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
Pretty tricky and sweet pump fake move by Edwards there, pulling the defender in close to get the foul drawn.
Anthony Edwards is a classic two-guard, Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
And here is Ingram after Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer. And he connects with the jumper. 14 points for Anthony Edwards.
Edwards is rolling right now. If I'm his teammates, he's getting the rock every time.
No good again that time. And that does it for the first half of play. They lead by 6. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Timberwolves trailed by 6. Oh, he just... Jams it right over Şengün. Wow!
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest. Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Kept alive. Kicks it out to Siakam. Offline with his three.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range. He'll typically knock it down.
Here's Siakam. Outside Edwards. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Alperen Şengün.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
Ingram. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's Thompson. Out left to the wing. From the arc. Hayes, no good. Right side, Green. That shot is off.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's Edwards. Out to Thompson. Timberwolves passing it around. And a wide open look for Siakam. Drills it from outside. Siakam's got 6 points.
Rise and fires. This is Siakam's attitude off the catch. And with these results, you understand why.
This is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room. That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
It's stolen by Edwards. And he lays it straight in. Siakam's got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough D.
And that one's good. Ingram. And it's 6 points for Brandon Ingram.
Well, you know, Ingram's length is really an asset inside. It allows him to work over and around defender.
Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Rebound by Smith. Here's Green. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Edwards. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. It's a close game here in Minnesota. After exploding onto the NBA radar in 2019, Siakam, Clark, has been a sure thing on offense.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Pascal Siakam. I mean, whether it's in the open floor or in the half-court sets, he's a guy you can count on delivering when you give him the ball in those situations. His offense never takes a night off. You know, Ingram is quiet about the work he puts in after practice and before games. This is a guy who just never stops trying to improve, though, and that's shown up in how he's grown as a player.
Substitution on court.
Pass to Strus. No good with the triple. Setting up the half-court offense now.
They've got to find a way, not enough ball movement or body movement when they get in the half court.
Here's Hendricks. Guarded by Hardaway. It's stolen by Strus. And now Minnesota on the fast break. It's good. Strus has got the game tied up here for Minnesota.
Just straight tricking the defender with the shot fake. This is how it's done.
Here's Hendricks. Offensive rebound. Hardaway with the steal. And Max Strus picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
You know, know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but don't like to see it when the game is this close.
So both teams making some changes here. .112 left here in the third quarter. Banton's shot is off.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Drains it from beyond the arc. Now it's a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
And plays with solid floor recognition. Siakam continues to fine-tune those playmaking skills. The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I'm just so impressed with Siakam's offensive improvement over the years. I mean, he's mastering the ability to play in attack mode. Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Here's Banton. Nothing on the board.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Siakam left side. Back to Clark. 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. It's deflected. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Jerome. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Timberwolves lead by 1. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here's Banton. Out to the wing. Fires for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
And defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Pass to Strus. Just 5 to shoot. There's a screen. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Now, here's Clark. To the middle. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
He's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Minnesota in the lead. To the wing right side. So both teams changing it up here.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Wong. Pass to Hardaway. Here's Gay. Clark outside. Shot clock at 5. The tray. Şengün with the rebound. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Substitution on the court.
And here is Green with the drive. Got a hand on it. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Back to Thompson. 5 to shoot. Here's Siakam. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
To the left side wing. And the wide open shot from Green. Good on the triple.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Massive hoop there from Siakam. We've seen him do it in the finals. This guy showing he's made for big moments.
Here's Hood-Schifino. On the wing, Green. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Pass to Ingram. Beyond the arc. Thompson with the rebound.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
And here is Green. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Timberwolves on offense. They're on an 11-3 run. Pass to Hayes. Now, here's Siakam. Thompson from long range.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Here's Hood-Schifino. Can't connect from long distance. Here's Edwards. Edwards flies in to cap off the break. What a hustle.
You know, when you're a guard like Edwards, I think you need the teardrop in your arsenal. Too many great rim protectors in the NBA. That's a shot you need to have.
It's in. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Cold-blooded shot in the clutch. And a big moment right there from Jalen Green.
And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Green's got a full toolkit now, which makes him unstoppable at times.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
You got to be able to get some hang time to do that.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ballgame.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game now.
Ingram outside. Şengün with a wide-open look. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Here's Thompson. Takes it inside. And Thompson throws it down.
And, you know, since the break, they've looked like a totally different team, especially on offense, where they are really cooking right now.
And so Minnesota takes the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just a